Welcome, crypto fam, to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. In today's show, I'll be breaking down the latest Bitcoin technical analysis as Bitcoin liquidity index points to 110,000 local Bitcoin top by January, right around the corner. Also, breaking news: spot Bitcoin e-test purchased 71,570 Bitcoin this month. Demand far exceeding the supply. Also, Saylor points out 60 publicly companies which can issue equity to buy more Bitcoin. Also, breaking news: President Trump is now threatening a 100% tariff on BRICS if they attempt to create a reserve currency to compete with the US dollar. The future will be dollars for transactions and Bitcoin for savings. That's what's up. We'll also be discussing Operation Chokepoint 2.0 exposed by the Winklevoss twins, as well as Boyaa Interactive becomes Asia's top Bitcoin corporate hodler through strategic Ethereum conversion. They literally converted roughly 50 million worth of Ethereum into Bitcoin, making it the largest corporate holder in Asia of the biddy. We'll also be discussing Bitcoin dominance hints at alt season. We'll be breaking this down, as well as Vancouver mayor proposes a motion to make city Bitcoin friendly. Let's go, Canada. We'll also be discussing, is the Bitcoin price top at 146,000? Crypto quant analysts think so. But we'll also be discussing fund strategist echoes a six-figure Bitcoin price target, seeing $250,000 per coin within the next 12 months. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this, plus so much more in today's show. If you're new to the channel, very important to smash the likes. Go ahead and subscribe, then hit the bell icon, turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this. Happy Stacking Saturday. Today is pod number 1834. I'm your fearless host, JV. It's November 30th, 2024, the final day of the month. We get a monthly candle close. Moonvember has been phenomenal, to say the least. So welcome everyone just joining us. Let's kick it off with our market watch as we do each and every day. As you can see right here on your screen, XRP still surging, up 9% on the day. It did tap $1.90. We have Bitcoin barely in the red, still above 97,100. Ether and many of the alts currently in the green. And checking out coinmarketcap.com. The current crypto market cap sits at, can we get a refresh here? 3.42 trillion. All-time high status, baby. And checking out the Bitcoin market cap, so close to the 2 trillion milestone. It's 1.921 trillion. To be exact, we got 151 billion worth of volume for the past 24 hours. Bitcoin dominance has taken a seat back. Currently, 56.1%. Ether dominance, 13% even. Checking out top 100 crypto gainers past 24 hours. We got Core up 54% on the day. Theta up 29%. And Tezos up 26%. Which alts, if any, are you bullish on for the bull? Holla at your boy, and I'll read those comments out loud here shortly. Checking out the crypto bubbles, virtually everything in the green. The market is soaring. Some would say this is the alt season they've been waiting on. And zooming out on the month, very similar story, even more impressive gains. I mean, XRP up 274%, XLM 477%, multiple 100% gains. Algo 300%, HBAR 268%, Doge 170%. It's like even Doge is getting a warm piece of the sidewalk. Go figure. And checking out the crypto greed and fear index today, we're in 84 extreme greed. Yesterday 78, last week at 93, last month it's 77. And checking out the time chain calendar, there's currently 177,333 blocks to the next halving. Probably be around April of 2028. We're currently on block height 872,667, and you can currently exchange one fiat monopoly dollar for 1,031 sats. Again, you can exchange $1 currently today for 1,031 sats, and before you know it, you'll never be able to get over 1,000 sats per dollar ever again. Mark my words, it'll happen, family. Could happen any day now when we surpass 100 Gs. We already surpassed 100,000 twice on the CME futures, as I pointed out yesterday, but we haven't officially surpassed it on the spot. The all-time high is $140 short of 100 Gs, which was achieved on Coinbase, which we witnessed live and in the flesh via our live pump watch. Now for some technical analysis, aka astrology for the broskies. Headline reads, Bitcoin liquidity index points to 110,000 local Bitcoin top by January. right around the corner. That's right. Bitcoin entered the parabolic phase of the market cycle as analysts point at a local top above 110,000 before the end of January. The Bitcoin price can rise above 110 before the end of January based on its correlation with the global macro investors total liquidity index, which offers an aggregate view of major central bank balance sheets. The 110,000 price tag is just a local top for the current Bitcoin cycle. According to Raoul Pal, who shared the following, there have been a lot of limitations or imitations of this chart going around with the wrong phasing. Here's an updated original from our work at Global Macro Investor, as outlined there in the chart. Provided the Bitcoin price follows the liquidity index, Bitcoin's right-hand side, which marks the lowest bid price someone is willing to sell the crypto for, will peak near 110,000 in January. Let me know if you agree, disagree. And then they say it will fall and correct all the way down to 70 Gs by February. Now, growing M2 money supply to fuel the Bitcoin 2025 rally. The potential correction below 70 Gs will only be temporary due to what Paul called the interim peak in liquidity, which he expects to continue rising into the third quarter of 2025. The growing money supply is a historic catalyst for the Bitty price, according to Alvin Can, Chief Operating Officer of BitGet, quoting him here. The increase in liquidity from the Fed typically enhances market conditions for risk assets like Bitcoin. Historically, such liquidity injections have led to increased investor interest and capital inflows into crypto. And based on historical data, Bitcoin could be set to absorb up to 10% of the newly printed money supply, attracting $2 trillion more worth of investments into Bitcoin during 2025, based on a predicted $20 trillion liquidity increase. And I covered that particular factor in yesterday's pod, so make sure you check that out if you missed it. Meanwhile, Bitcoin reached 132,000 on growing money supply. That's right, according to the Real Vision analyst, quoting him here. Longer term, this is where I am for the cycle. A 12-month forecast based on linear relationship with liquidity, but Bitcoin cycles are not linear. I think we go much higher than this. Let me know if you agree, disagree. And of course, with a Trump victory, which is already in cement, game on. Obviously, all the rules are going to be in favor of Bitcoin soaring to $1 million, according to Adam Back, Samson Mao, and the Bitcoin OGs. So shout out all the OGs, respect. Now, before we pull up the live charts, here's some big breaking news I want to point out. Spot Bitcoin ETFs have officially purchased 71,570 of the Bitcoin this month. Demand far exceeding the supply. Numbers don't lie, yo. February was the biggest month with 116,000 of the Bitcoin. And as Michael Saylor points out, there's 60 publicly traded companies which can issue equity to buy more Bitcoin. Let's go. Game theory in full effect, fam. And this is big. Pompliano pointed out, President Trump now threatening a 100% tariff on BRICS if they attempt to create a reserve currency to compete with the US dollar. The future will be dollars for transactions and Bitcoin for savings. And quoting Trump himself, the idea that the BRICS countries are trying to move away from the dollar while we stand by and watch is over. We require a commitment from these countries that they will neither create a new BRICS currency nor back any other currency to replace the mighty US dollar, or they will face 100% tariffs and should expect to say goodbye to selling into the wonderful U.S. economy. They can go find another sucker. There is no chance that the BRICS will replace the U.S. dollar in international trade, and any country that tries should wave goodbye to America. POTUS has spoken. What are your thoughts on that, family? Also, other news. Operation Chokepoint 2.0 exposed how tech founders were debanked. Over 30 tech and crypto founders were suddenly cut off from banking with no explanation, out of nowhere, and with no due process. Why? Because of these mofos in the Biden administration. As Tyler Winklevoss points out, Operation Chokepoint 2.0 is a coordinated conspiracy by government officials to persecute their political opponents by debanking them. There's a federal crime, and it is ongoing and should be prosecuted. I couldn't agree more with that sentiment, family. So you already know. But anyways, let's pull up some of the live charts. As I promised you guys, you're looking through Coinbase charts live and in the flesh via TradingView. Let's start with the 1 hour, and we'll work our way backwards here. Get some perspective of where we're at in the market. Live chart action, Jackson. Here we go on the daily chart. Yeah, we had a nice forming green candle after the big red candle, correction. Lots of volatility in the market, and a mere 3% away from price discovery at $100,000. We already achieved $100,000 twice on the CME futures of the past week, but we haven't achieved it yet in the spot, but it's incoming. Here you're looking at This is the weekly chart. 3 consecutive weekly green candle closes. Last week was the highest. Looks like we may, I don't know where we're going to end the day, but this is obviously the final day of the month, but I still believe Sunday, additional day in the week, which is going to end up being December 1st. But as you can see, we still have the sexy cup and handle target sitting pretty at 124 Gs on the weekly. And zooming in from there, we'll check out the 4-hour chart. Very bullish pennant formation sensation. Green target, bullish pennant sitting at $108,000, 108 in play. And zooming in a little more, we check out the 1 hour. 1 hour chart says bullish pennant as well. We got 3 targets. The most bullish is sitting at 105,000. Then we have the mid bull target in the green sitting at 102,000, which is a bullish pennant. And then we have the red target, which is a falling wedge, sitting at $98,619. But yeah, let's continue with the news. We just broke down the latest TA. Let's get to the headlines. We're going to keep the sage lit. Typically, I don't do that. Let's see how I can multitask today as I'm reading the articles, but I got to keep the gnats out of my airspace. So far, so good. It's working. I haven't experienced a single gnat since I lit the sage. Boom. Now you guys know the cheat code. Here we go. Next story of the day. Let's read our next headline, shall we? Boyaa Interactive becomes Asia's top Bitcoin corporate holder through strategic Ethereum conversion. They literally just converted $50 million worth of Ether into Bitcoin. Let me know if you feel that was a smart play. I think that's quite genius. I think they may listen to my podcast. Hong Kong-based online gaming firm Boyaa Interactive International emerged as the largest corporate Bitcoin holder in Asia after the company recently converted 14,200 Ether worth approximately 50 million into 515 Bitcoin. They ultimately believe Bitcoin will outpace the Ether. Smart. This transaction brought their total Bitcoin reserves to 3,183 BTC at an average cost of $57,724 per Bitty. There you go, yo. Now, Boyaa's move highlights the strategic shift toward the Bitty, reflecting its perception as a more stable and valuable long-term asset compared to the Ether. By capitalizing on favorable market conditions, the company maximized returns on its Ether holdings. This conversion aligns with Boyaa's broader crypto strategy, which began in 2023, with plans to invest $100 million in digital assets. With its expanded holdings, Boyaa surpassed other regional competitors like Japan's MetaPlanet, which used to be the largest Asian hodler of the Bitty. So they just overtook them with this recent conversion. This strategic pivot is also indicative of the growing trend amongst Asian firms to leverage the Bitty as a store of value and a hedge against the economic uncertainty. Boyaa's approach has garnered investor interest as seen in its stock performance, which has surged alongside the crypto-related announcements. Globally, companies like MicroStrategy have set the benchmark for the Bitcoin treasury investments. Boyaa's measured and profitable approach to digital asset management demonstrates a growing maturity in the corporate handling of the crypto, potentially inspiring other firms in the region to explore similar strategy. This milestone reflects a significant step for both Boyaa Interactive and the broader acceptance of the Bitty in the corporate finance, especially in Asia's emerging crypto economy. Wow, that was a great experience. Next story of the day, family. Here we go. Headline reads, Bitcoin dominance hints at an alt season. Experts eye XRP's rally into 2025 and the crowd's going wild. That's right. Bitcoin dominance printed a significant signal for altcoin investors that can see the smaller cryptos rally during December and attract more investments at a Jan 20th by the time Nipsey takes Gensler's spot at the SEC as the new chair. Bitcoin dominance, which measures the ratio of the Bitcoin for the total value of the crypto market, has fallen to 56.1% below its 2-year support line, signaling that the market is officially in alt season. Let me know if you agree with that, family. Now, in crypto slang, alt season is short for altcoin season. Thank you, Captain Obvious. Referring to the collective rally of cryptos besides the Bitty, which tend to benefit from the Bitcoin declining dominance. Declining Bitcoin dominance suggests investors are taking profit from their Bitcoin positions and investing part of these funds into the alts. Here's the crypto money flow cycle that flows from fiat into the Bitty, into the large cap coins, into the mid caps, into the low caps. Rinse and repeat. Crypto investor interest has already spread to the smaller assets, such as Ether. Demand for the leveraged Ether ETFs rose by 160% since Trump won the 2024 presidential election November 5th, and the markets have been going insanity since, bolstering analysts' expectations of an Ether rally to 4Gs. What are we, 300 away? Super close right now. Analysts are eyeing $2.57 XRP price in December. Let me know if you agree with that. Ryan Lee says it is anticipated XRP can reach approximately $2.57 during December. Notably, XRP price trends may be influenced by the Bitcoin halving event. Historically, XRP has shown significant growth around 220 days after a Bitcoin halving. Further progress on the potential XRP ETF would be a major price catalyst for the coin, according to Mr. Lee. Meanwhile, SEC Chair Gensler's departure to fuel crypto rally. Amen. Nippinator's taking the spot. One of the major catalysts comes January 20th, when SEC Chair Gensler will step down from leading the SEC, which could signal the acceptance of more crypto-based ETFs and favorable crypto regulation. Amen. Trump's presidential inauguration, also January 20th, is anticipated to boost investor risk appetite. Some analysts predict Ether rally above 4Gs. I think that's fair play. I mean, we could hit 4Gs on Ether any day now. Again, only 3% away. Just as we can hit 100,000 in Bitcoin any day now, only 3% away. And there you have it. Let's discuss what's going on in Canada right now, eh? Headline reads, Vancouver mayor proposes a motion to make the city Bitcoin friendly. That's right. Mayor Ken Sim revealed the plan to incorporate the Biddy into the city investment portfolio No Diddy, aiming to position the town as a crypto-friendly hub. This initiative seeks to diversify the city's financial assets by including Biddy on the balance sheet. Let's break down the mayor's plans. During a November 26 Vancouver City Council meeting, Sim introduced a notice of motion titled Preserving the City's Purchasing Power Through Diversification of Financial Resources, Becoming a Bitcoin-Friendly City and Stacking the Biddy. No Diddy. The motion set to be formally presented on December 11th, was that week and a half, is part of the broader strategy to modernize Vancouver's financial framework and mitigate the economic risks by leveraging Bitcoin's growing value. With Bitcoin recently reaching the all-time high of $99.9, Sim believes incorporating the crypto into the city's financial portfolio could provide stability and provide opportunities for the long term. And although the leader has rarely discussed crypto adoption publicly since taking office October 2022, his interest in the Biddy has been evident. During his mayoral campaign, his political party, A Better City, announced it would accept crypto donations. At the time, Sim said the initiative was a commitment to promoting technology and governance. Furthermore, a copy of the influential book, The Bitcoin Standard, by Saifedean Ammous, which is ultimately the Bitcoin Bible, often cited by crypto proponents. It was my first Bitcoin book. Let me know if you guys read it. Was recently spotted in Sim's office during the Global News interview. Let's discuss the global shift, shall we? Vancouver's latest initiative, to incorporate Bitcoin into the financial portfolio reflects a global shift towards recognizing crypto as a viable financial hedge. At the Bitcoin 2024 conference in Nashville, President Trump proposed creating a national Bitcoin reserve and stockpiling the Biddy. He positioned the crypto as a strategic asset comparable to gold in the country's financial system. In fact, we should sell all of our gold and stack more Bitcoin. Why not? Gold is for the Peter Schiffs of the world. They're about to become obsolete. I'm just saying, the dinosaurs. Other leaders worldwide have been embraced similar ideas. Venezuelan opposition leader Machado advocated for Bitcoin adoption as a national reserve asset. Game theory, she described the asset as a lifeline and an essential tool of resistance against her country's economic turmoil. Canada, where Bitcoin is fully legal and widely embraced, has been at the forefront of the crypto adoption. The nation was the first to approve the spot Bitcoin ETFs, offering citizens easy access to crypto investments. The fate of Mayor Ken Sim's motion remains uncertain as it awaits consideration by the City Council. And if approved, Vancouver would join a growing list of cities and nations embracing Bitcoin's potential to enhance financial resilience and drive economic growth. So there you go. And by a show of hands, how many of you are in Canada, from Canada? Let me know. Next story of the day. Let's discuss this 146,000 target. Then we'll discuss, I don't know why I wrote 500, but it's supposed to say 250, but is what it is. And then we'll do some live Q&A. And if you want, we'll pull up the charts. It's up to you guys what you want to do. This is live and interactive if you haven't figured it out. And my house is not on fire. It's sage. So be calm. It's cool. All right. Next story, broskies. Is Bitcoin price top at 146,000? Well, let's break her down. In the latest report, market analytics platform Chokepoint has put forward a target for the Bitcoin price at the current cycle top. According to the blockchain firm, the market leader's price top is more in the range of the six-figure evaluation. The major rationale behind this projection is based on the realized price valuation metric, which measures the price at which each coin has last transacted, and from a historical perspective. The Bitcoin price band has often acted as an indicator for the market top for the past cycles. And according to the Chokepoint, the realized price metric is currently pointing to 146 Gs. Baby, as the possible peak of the cycle. As shown in the chart right here on your screen, the price band, which is the red line, currently around 147 Gs, baby, acted as the market top around April and May of 2021. Now, furthermore, the holdings of the new investors are yet to reach an extreme level, which was a signal of the past two market tops. As of now, the value held by the new Bitcoin investors represents a little above 50% of the total money in the biddy. This figure significantly pales compared to 90 or 80% witnessed in 2017 and 2021, respectively. Warning Chokepoint here, Bitcoin price tops typically occur when new investors enter the market to buy an extremely high price, which causes them to hold a large proportion of the total value invested. Moreover, the retail trading activity is yet to hit levels often associated with the Bitcoin price peaks. Historically, bull cycles have seen the top out when Bitcoin retail investors are accumulating the coins aggressively. We haven't even seen that yet, family. This phenomenon is still absent from the current condition precisely. It is worth mentioning Chokepoint expects a pullback for the Bitcoin price at a short term. According to the on-chain intel, MicroStrategy stock price is becoming overheated relative to the company's Bitcoin holdings value. At this time, the Bitcoin price stands at roughly 97,000, only 3% shy of 100K. And as I mentioned a little earlier, fam, we already achieved 100,000 on the CME futures twice. Once again yesterday, as I covered in the pod. Now for our feature story of the day, fund strategist echoes a $250,000 plus Bitcoin price within the next 12 months. Let's break this baby down. And again, welcome everyone joining the live stream right now. Bitcoin can reach 250 Gs, baby, next year, but hit 150,000 simply by copying the 2023 Bitcoin price action, according to the new analysis. That's right. Tom Lee, co-founder and head of research at financial research firm Fundstrat, gave a 12-month deadline for a $250,000 Bitcoin price. Lee says the Bitcoin bull run sweet spot has begun. I'm going to reterm that either the G spot or the B spot instead of the sweet spot. What do you guys think? Let me know. Crypto is not short of the six-figure Bitcoin price targets, and Fundstrat's Lee, known for years as the Bitcoin bull, remains optimistic about 2025. It is highly probable, he shared with Anthony Scaramucci of Skybridge Capital this week, Bitcoin will hit $250,000 per coin next year, or more. The reason, he said, was Bitcoin price cycles revolving around the block subsidy halving event, the sweet spot. I reterm the B spot. Of that price, again, as supply is cut, starts to happen towards the end of this year into the next year. He also says, I think that has supported why we expected Bitcoin to be 100 Gs. And over the next 12 months, I think something like over $250,000 is possible, maybe highly probable, based on just following the price cycle. For Christ's sake. Lee added that the incoming U.S. government administration under Trump could exert a significant legitimizing force on Bitcoin should it begin amassing coins under a strategic reserve pledge. Quoting him again, it's almost like taking a playbook from MicroStrategy, because MicroStrategy has proven that using Bitcoin as a balance sheet asset has really created a lot of the value for MicroStrategy shareholders. Meanwhile, the Bitcoin therapist described Lee's full remarks on MicroStrategy Bitcoin reserves as one of the most clear and concise explanations about what is going on with MicroStrategy and Bitcoin. Meanwhile, social media is also awash with commentators putting faith in Bitcoin ongoing bull market. Among them this week was Dave the Wave. On November 30th, which is today, he actually said a little effort to achieve 150,000 is needed, just a little effort. All it needed to do, a chart showed, was repeat its performance from between October 2023 and March 2024, during which it gained 186%. Quoting him here alongside the chart, just goes to show how doable a 150,000 Bitcoin price target is here. Let me know if you agree or disagree. 250 Gs in play, says Thomas Lee of Fundstrat, within the next 12 months. Holla. Let me know. And I like Tom Lee. In my opinion, he's very conservative. I respect his analysis, and I hope he's right. I can see 250,000 occurring in a bear scenario, but I could also visualize 1 million happening in a bull scenario, such as what our very own Oracle has been predicting. You feel me? Did I see Melda's name in here? Shout out to Melda, the one and only. We love you. We miss you. Sending lots of love. JB, you are years behind on the chat. I know, bro. I don't know why. I think it's because it's a good thing. It means there's a lot of people in the chat, and you got to keep in mind when I'm reading stories, I don't have the chat in front of me. I could only see the chat when I finish the story and I pull the chat up on the screen. So when I see the chat is the same time you see the chat. You got to keep that in mind. So I missed everything that went on in the chat while I was reading the story because all of my focus is on the damn story. And then I switched from the story back to the chat. So if you don't know, now you know. Oracle, no, I'm from Germany. Right on. Shout out Germany. I invested a few months back, put some into the biddy. Melda just reposted on X. The one and only. Yeah, shout out Melda. We know she's been watching, so hope you're doing good. Always sending you lots of love. Thank you. There's proof of work. Not just any Melda. Darth Melda. That's why I got to summon Darth JV. Darth JV in the building. I'll take it all out on Dave Ramsey. And Gensler, if I got it. You want to see Darth JV? I don't know if all of you want to see me. Darth version, but screw it. I'll go Darth. I do go Darth every once in a while. Thank you, Darth Melda. Multiple reposts on the reposts. Much appreciated. Keep comments flowing. This is live and interactive. Welcome everyone to the Q&A segment of the live stream. So I'm going to put the ball in your court. Do you want me to flip this into a pump watch and keep the stream going a few extra hours? I don't mind keeping it going for another 4 hours. We've been doing that all week because Bitcoin's so close to 100K. Or we can convert it into uncensored pod via Rumble. We can end the YouTube and just go for 1 more hour and then end the stream. Ball's in your court. Do you want this particular stream to keep going for the next 4 hours? That's my question. Yay or nay? If you say nay, we'll flip it to an uncensored version of the pod. We'll end the YouTube right now, and we'll be uncensored for another hour on Rumble. Otherwise, we keep all the streams running on all 3 platforms. We're live on X, Rumble, and YouTube. We keep this running for another 4 hours, and we see what Satoshi has in store for us here on November 30th, the final day of the month. What do you want to do? DNA says pump watch. Okay. I love your content, man. My father recommended you to me and my brother to keep up the great work. Wow. I'm recommended by the fam. I'm humbled.